So yo, sometimes when it's that bad and you're afraid of water and the water deep, you have to do like this, you see me? Just make sure so you pass somewhere high. Don't treat dog around for safety. You see boss, watch it. Boss around for safety, you see me? If not get drowned, if not drowned. Everything on the water, all the dog assist, all the dog I try to find safety. Yeah man, the whole place flood out. Truck, bus, car, nothing can move. Me not gonna let you man. Whole of Lucy flood out man. See the whole crowd, everybody who have their vehicle to park up and look. Whether them a police, soldier, fireman, everybody. And I tell you say whole like go all the way back in the town.
On the spot, news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what one. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off with some updates before we get into this morning's main set of stories. Now last week, Thursday, I spoke about knockings and clappings that took place over there in the St. Catherine South Police Division in Portmore, where it is said that this police sergeant, presently on your screen identified as Sergeant Patrick Mahoney, was conned up and seriously injured. Now it is with great regret to disclose to you that the sergeant has passed whilst undergoing treatment in the hospital yesterday. He was attached to the St. Catherine North Police Division. Now for those who don't remember, or for those who missed it, it was reported that sometime around 9 p.m. last Thursday, the sergeant was called out of his home when loud explosions were heard. It is said that when the knockings and clappings subsided, it was discovered that the police sergeant get conned up. He was rushed to the hospital where he underwent an emergency surgery. The Police Federation also issued an urgent appeal for blood donation for the injured cop. He succumbed to those injuries yesterday. So condolences to the bereaved families of Sergeant Patrick Mahoney, and also by extension to his police family in the St. Catherine North Police Division. Also in yesterday morning's vlog, I spoke briefly about a fiery protest that was going on in the Hanover Police Division. So that fiery protest was staged by residents of Johnstown. They stated that they are protesting the fatal knockings and clappings of two of their residents. It is said that the men lost their lives to the hands of Officer Yeman Pican team last Wednesday. Now when checks was made last Wednesday, is the same knockings and clappings that took the life of this criminal element, said to be the now reputed gang leader for the Ketan Lane Defense Force gang from Mount Salem in St. James. So the residents of Johnstown is now stating that it is that particular incident that sparked the unrest that claimed the life of two of their own that they are now saying was innocent when the police liquid Greedy and the two of them. Now the two from their era has since been identified as 21-year-old Jason Brown, otherwise known as Biggs, and also a 29-year-old identified as Nicholas Campbell, otherwise known as Nico. Both are said to be from the community of Johnsontown. They were fatally taken out in an alleged confrontation with members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF Era 1 Fugitive Apprehension Team. The knockings and clappings occurred sometime around 5:35 p.m. last Wednesday along Mosquito Cove Main Road. Also resulted in the fatal knockings and clappings, as I stated earlier, of Clive Lawrence, otherwise known as Greedy, the leader of the Ketan Lane Defence Force gang in Mount Salem. Now, I want you to listen to this carefully. Now, this first part is the police account of what took place. The police stated that they were on operation when they signaled a Toyota Vaxi motor vehicle with 4 men aboard to stop. While the driver complied, the occupants of the vehicle reportedly exited the vehicle and began knocking it and clapping it on the officers. The officers stated during a running gun battle, 3 of the gunmen get torn up and injured. 2 firearms retrieved from them. The police stated that the 3 men were later pronounced you know what at the hospital. Now the residents' account of this is totally different. So the residents of Johnsontown is disputing the claims of the police and stated that the police accounts of the events is false. They are now accusing the officers of unjustifiably taking the life of Brown and Campbell after they were ordered out of the vehicle. One resident stated that me no know nothing about the man from Montego Bay that a Larson, Clive Larson, I said Lawrence earlier. That's a mistake. Clive Larson, known as Greedy. The resident stated that me no know nothing about the man from Mobile where them say a gunman. But Biggs and Nico are no gunman, one irate resident stated. If them find the bad man with gun and take fame life, that bad but me coulda understand. But why them take the life of the other man them? So the local residents is stating that the police has been involved in several controversial knockings and clappings in the area in recent times, and while they do not condone violence, they are calling for greater accountability and oversight to ensure police actions are lawful. Now, Indicom is presently investigating that particular matter. But what the residents are not seeing, whilst I do understand what they are saying, the men who you claim to be innocent, that are Nico and Biggs, could not be all that innocent. Them have an old-time Jamaican saying that says, show me your friends, and it says a lot about who you are. So if they are so innocent, why were they in the immediate company of this known Nakis and Clappis, this known gang leader? And there is no way they can say that they don't know who Greedy was. Greedy has been featured on Wanted Wednesdays by the Jamaica Constabulary Force for years. On the Spot News Media has been speaking about this criminal element also for years. Popeye's Newslink has also spoken about this criminal element also. So I'm pretty sure that the residents in that era is privy to who Greedy was. So why were your residents that you claim to be innocent in the immediate company with a known wanted criminal element. But maybe, who knows, just maybe, you are stating that the police them never have to slap them away because them order them out of the car, have them a certain type of way, and then slap them away. So maybe, just maybe, that part of it should be investigated. But being totally innocent, no, me not see which part them innocent. And the police them stated clearly that 2 firearms was retrieved from the motor vehicle. Me not feel like Greedy did a bust the 2 gun them himself. So anyway, make we continue. Now over there in the neighboring parish, the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division. The Cambridge community in the parish of St. James has been rocked with yet again another fatal knockings and clappings along the Copperwood main road. Now it is stated that sometime around 5:36 a.m., the body of an unidentified male was seen along the roadway, riddled with bullets. The Anchovy police is presently investigating that fatal knockings and clappings. The lifeless body of the male is yet to be identified. Poor me, I tell you. The thing rough. Now over there in the cool, lush green hills of Manchester, the Manchester Police Division has been rocked with yet again another fatal knockings and clappings. This time it took place in the Porus area of Manchester. Now the man that was on the receiving end of some fatal bullets has since been identified as this criminal element presently on your screen, identified as Sameik Stevens. Now he's said to be from Clarkstown in Porus, Manchester. He was taken out in a hail of bullets by criminal elements, and police from Mandeville is presently investigating. Now I'm giving you a little rundown upon this brother. He was found in a house with a friend of his back in 2021, and they were both charged for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. That friend in question has since been identified as Derrick Bernard Kelsey. They were both charged for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Now the now deceased man is also a deportee, as he ran foul of the law in the United States of America back in the days and was deported back to Jamaica. I think he was deported on drug-related charges. Now, as I stated earlier, he ran foul of the law again in Jamaica and was found in the company of Derrick Bernard Kelsey and charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. However, the case was brought to court. Derrick Kelsey pleaded guilty and owned the firearm, so the charges was dropped against the now deceased man, Sameik Stevens. Derrick Kelsey, however, on the other hand, was sentenced to 3 years probation and was also ordered by the court to pay a sum of $800,000. So no jail time per se was awarded to either of them. So there's an ongoing gang war in Porus right now, and Derrick Kelsey is definitely at the center of what is happening presently. So Sameik Stevens lose Fame 3 pints last night as I can't catch Quaco, catch him shot type of dealings. They know for sure that Sameik is a little fallabaka, a little knockis and clappis aligned to Derrick Kelsey, and them can't catch Kelsey. So Sameik was the shot we get clap with. Yeah, man. So I just hope that the young men are watching and seeing. But for some reason, it come like a be Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles we have in the country right now as bad man because them nah see exactly what is taking place. Them nah learn from other people's mistake. It's like them have to get some can up themselves to understand what is happening. But anyway, that right there so. Now over there in the neighboring parish of Clarendon, a fatal knockings and clappings of a man took place on Sunday night and the serious injuring of his wife under what I would really call a sad set of circumstances, because all these persons were doing was just being good Samaritans trying to look out for their neighbors. So Sunday night turned deadly for a couple in Green Meadows in Clarendon after armed criminal elements attacked them minutes apart, taking the life of the husband and robbing the wife of her phone and cash. The police report stated that sometime after 9 o'clock, the 47-year-old woman had just driven into her yard in Green Meadows. She was coming from Old Harbour. It is said that the woman noticed that the house next door was on fire. She made checks at the property and was attacked by 2 armed criminal elements dressed in dark clothing and mask. She was robbed of her cell phone at gunpoint and ordered into her house and to close the doors and never to look out. It is also stated by the police that some minutes later after that happened to her, her husband, 62-year-old Derrick Morgan, otherwise known as Jim, said to be a truck driver from the community. He was coming from a domino game close by and stopped to make checks at the burning house. Also, he was then attacked by the said criminal elements who canned him up, leaving him lifeless. He was, however, taken to the nearby hospital in a bid to save his life, but sadly he was pronounced you know what. It is understood that the owners of the house that was set ablaze were attending church at the time of the incident. Really sad to see the people them lose them 3 pints just because they were doing what neighbors ought to do, to check by your neighbor and make sure that everything is okay if things not seem like everything is okay. This is where Jamaica is, my peeps. You can't even check by your neighbor when you see a neighbor house abandoned and criminal now come chalk you out. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now over there in the neighboring St. Catherine North Police Division, the St. Catherine North Police says that they have seized 3 more illegal weapons as a part of their ongoing crackdown on criminal activities in Spanish Town and adjoining communities in that particular police division. The firearms along with 50 rounds of ammunition were seized just over the weekend. 2 of the firearms were seized following the fatal knockings and clappings of 2 suspects during reported confrontations with the police. This was disclosed by the head of the police division, that is Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, during a press briefing on Monday afternoon. So we're going to hear from the man in charge of the St. Catherine North Police Division as he weighs in on this latest spate of violence affecting his police division. Listen.
For the past 3 days, 3 illegal firearms and 47 rounds of ammunition were recovered in the St. Catherine North Police Division. The first one was on Saturday, November 9. Shortly after midnight along Job's Lane, a man attacked police officers who were in plain clothes with a firearm. The police officers immediately took evasive action and the man was shot and injured. A 9mm pistol loaded with 10 rounds was seized from this man. He was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The second firearm was seized when members of the Area 5 Fugitive Apprehension Team conducted an operation in Berwick District, that's in the Riversdale area, in search of a wanted man and his cronies. On the approach of the police, one man engaged the police in a fierce gun battle. He was shot and injured. He was later transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. A firearm loaded with an extended magazine, and this magazine has the capacity to hold 30 rounds. So this magazine was recovered in the firearm with 14 rounds. Another magazine loaded with 10 rounds was also recovered. 2 police officers received minor injuries. These injuries are not considered life-threatening at this time. The third firearm was seized about 2 a.m. on Monday, November 11th, while the St. Catherine North Police, they were in the process of shutting down an unpermitted event. This was in the St. Jago Gardens area of Spanish Town. A man who aroused the suspicion of the police was searched, and a 9mm pistol loaded with 13 rounds was seized from him. He was subsequently arrested. Since the start of the year, 51 illegal firearms and 525 rounds of ammunition have been seized by the St. Catherine North Police. This is in comparison to 46 firearms and 453 rounds of ammunition for the same period in 2023. Now, these intensified operational activities will continue across the division.
And still in the parish of St. Catherine, but this time in the St. Catherine South Police Division, where the community of Central Village was rocked with yet again another knockings and clappings that caused serious injuries to an 18-year-old woman on Sunday night. Now, reports from the police suggest that sometime around 11 p.m., the young woman was inside a shop in Central Village when 2 men wearing masks entered and fired a potion can. Luckily for her, she was only hit in the left leg. The injured woman was assisted to the hospital to seek medical attention. No motive has yet been established for her attack. The thing very, very serious. I want to say I go on right now in the streets. The knockings and clappings continues. But anyway, we'll definitely be dropping a second vlog sometime throughout the course of the day. So stay tuned also for that. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.